Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am. And today we're going to be ranking the Marvel Legends Secret Wars retro carded wave. As you can see, I have 5 of the 6 figures from the wave here on my desk. I did not pick up the black suit Spider-Man, so that will not be included in the ranking today. But we do have the Beyonder, Captain America, Titania, Iron Man, and Wolverine. So without further ado, let's get into the ranking, and we're going to start at number 5 and go to number 1, 5 being my least favorite of the wave, and number 1 being my favorite. So let's get to it. Alright, at the bottom for number 5 is the Beyonder, and don't get me wrong, I do not hate this figure. But there's a lot of things I was taking into consideration when ranking this wave, and two things that really drag this figure down are some articulation choices, mainly in the neck and the torso, and then just the fun factor. As cool as it is to have a Beyonder figure, I just did not have as much fun as I did with other figures in this wave when I was posing him around. So that's a big thing for me, and I also don't really connect with a lot of these infinitely powerful characters in terms of how to pose them and who to pose them against. So I was just feeling a real lack of inspiration in regards to this figure. And just, yeah, I didn't have as much fun. So that's why he is at number 5. And now at number 4, we have Captain America. And I'm going to say a few things that I'm probably going to be contradicting later, but it's for one big reason. It's Captain America is my number 2 favorite Marvel comic hero. So I have a high standard for how I want to see him in action figure form and what I want him for. So while yes, this figure did come with pinless limbs and this broken shield, it just didn't bring enough to the table to make me feel like this was a purchase I needed. I did end up getting him, but in the end, I don't think it was a different enough Captain America to really warrant me getting it at full price. Maybe I should have waited to get him on a sale or something, but I'm still keeping him, of course, but it just didn't satisfy an itch for a Captain America figure like I was hoping for. And now coming in at number 3 with the bronze medal is Titania. Now, I really do have a huge complaint in terms of articulation, mainly in the torso and the neck. Just, she's very limited, but I did have a lot of fun with this figure, and it's a character that's new to the line and adds to my kind of villains roster. So I can appreciate the figure on that account. And it does have some decent articulation, double jointed pinless elbows, and it's got the unique thigh cut there. So it has some good qualities and some not so great qualities, but the main thing is just fun. I had a lot of fun with this figure, and couple that with the fact that she's a new character, and it's one that I was wanting from this line, so I'm glad we got her. So that is why she is at number 3. Now coming in at second place with the silver medal is Wolverine, and the Wolverine fan ranking the Wolverine figure high on the list. Go figure. Yeah, but I don't have a lot of complaints with this figure. The only big complaint is the unmasked head, and I don't really think I'm ever going to display him with that. So the figure on its own is pinless. It's using newer pieces that we've seen with a few other Wolverine figures. It's got decent claws. I like this masthead sculpt. It's based on an action figure in terms of the color scheme and design, but I'm a Wolverine fan, so I'm going to be buying any Wolverine that I can. So yeah, that does kind of skew it for the ranking, but ultimately I think it's still a satisfying figure. It's not my most wanted Wolverine figure, but in terms of a Secret Wars wave, it's a pretty solid release. So that's why he's at number 2. Alright, and at number 1 with the gold medal, we have Iron Man. And here's where the contradictory statements come into play. This is not a figure I necessarily needed. It didn't bring enough to the table to really warrant a purchase, in all honesty. But I still had fun, and it's going to be my main Avengers display Iron Man. And the roller skates are just a huge plus. Like, that accessory alone is just so enjoyable. I'm so happy that he came with it. But my only complaint with this figure is just the arc reactor color. If it was yellow, I would love this even more. But as it stands, this might be one of my favorite Iron Man armors, for comic at least, in the collection. And like I said, it's going to replace the Iron Man that I have in my Avengers display. And my Avengers display is one of like my key displays, the one that I'm always going to put the best version of a figure at, or like a specific best version of a costume, I should say. So the fact that this Iron Man is knocking a previous one out, it's a big statement. So I feel like that's what's getting him the number one spot. And plus, like I said, Captain America is one of my favorite characters, so I have higher expectations for a figure of him. Where Iron Man, while yeah, he is still a cool comic book character, he doesn't rank in my top 5. So I have less expectations of an action figure of him. So this was able to surprise and really make me enjoy this figure more than I was expecting. So again, roller skates are doing a lot of heavy lifting for this guy, but he is still fun. All right, and that was my wave ranking for the Marvel Legends Secret Wars retro carded wave of these 5 figures minus the Spider-Man black suit that came in this wave. And of course, I had to end the video with all of them holding their lenticular shields, a staple of the Secret Wars line. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What was your ranking for this wave? Am I totally off base? Am I absolutely insane for ranking some of them low or high? Let me know down in the comments what you think. And while you're down there, make sure you like the video, make sure you are subscribed, and I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.